Medfit Rehab founder Joanne James is a medical exercise specialist. Medfit Rehab, restoring strength and movement, making a difference in people's lives. 647-259-5481. Columbus Center, Athletic Department, Dufferin and Lawrence, medfitrehab.com. Joanne James, medical exercise specialist for over 25 years and founder of Medfit Rehab, says exercise is medicine whenever possible, and it is especially true when it comes to osteoporosis prevention or management. James says that our bones are alive and need to be stimulated. When the muscle contracts, when we apply force against our bones, they build. Medfit Rehab, ensuring the best in post-rehab functional conditioning services. Medfit Rehab, Columbus Center, Athletic Department, Dufferin and Lawrence, 647-259-5481, medfitrehab.com. Hi, Joanne. How are you this morning?
I am great, Zelda. How are you?
I'm fine. It was nice seeing you just for a moment yesterday at the Columbus Center. You were going out and I was coming in, so At least we were both there at the same time. Okay, when muscles hurt and how exercise can help. Now, that's a really important question because I know someone who's in pain, their muscles are always hurting, and they think by not exercising, they're going to feel better. What do you say?
Well, you know what? That's going to depend on what that pain is a result of. The pain that I'm thinking of today, because most people get this when they either start working out or overdo it, is just basic muscle pain. And usually it's caused by doing something too soon, too fast, too much, or it's an unusual movement. So, for instance, if you pick up a particular sport or something you haven't done for a long time, and then the next day you kind of feel sore, it's usually because it was something that was done too soon, too fast, too much, and it's an unusual movement that the muscles aren't used to. And basically, that's a result of two things. When we lift weights and we're exercising or lifting a lot of heavy weights, we're actually doing these micro tears to our muscle fibers. And then the other reason why we get the pain, too, is the accumulation of lactic acid in the muscles, which is a byproduct of the muscles. When they're exercising, they actually give off a byproduct of lactic acid, which causes some sort of discomfort. Those are usually the way people normally, or the reasons why they feel pain after a workout. I'm sure you probably.
Well, I had I've injured myself a few times by overdoing it, and then I had to take the advice of either not doing anything, which I could not do. So I had to be very careful. And I know that I had an assessment with you and you gave me some advice on what to do and what not to do. But luckily now my shoulder seems okay. So I'm back to plugging away, just being a little more careful.
Well, I think the way you train, you train in a way that is intelligent, like you don't overdo what you do. But you'll get some of these really ambitious, anxious people that got to get in shape yesterday, even though they've been out of shape for the last few years. And then they overdo it. They push too hard. They work too hard. They push too many weights, and they end up with real sore muscles. So they can get the standard soreness that comes from the lactic acid, or they can get also the delayed onset muscular soreness, which lasts for days, like 72 hours plus. That's when they've really overdone it. Now, you also do something that was interesting. You said, somebody said you could just sort of just rest it and not do anything. And you said, oh, hell no, I'm going to do something. I got to do something. That's one of the best things that you can do. You have to do a form of what we call easy active recovery, meaning you can do a little bit of a workout, but not overdo it. Keep it very, very light, or do some light stretching when those muscles are sore. But this is only because the muscle is sore because you've overdone it, not because you strained it. If you've strained it, you got to see your doctor. And that means that you can't put weight on it. It's so sore to the touch. You can't lift anything. You can't push anything. That's when you've seriously injured that muscle, which means you need to see a doctor about that. But if it's just muscle soreness and you feel stiff the next day because you overdid it, do some light movement activities, but just keep it really light, or else you'll be really sore the following day if you overdo it again.
Well, I just know that to me, I like to push through the pain. But if the pain was that severe, I would not do it at all. I would just find an alternative of exercise, whether walking or doing something that at least I was moving, that I was getting some benefit. But I certainly would be very, very cautious, and I would see you to find out exactly the extent of the injury.
Well, that's why when we do our prescriptions for our clients, one of the things we do is, this is what you need to do. No more, no less. If you think it's a bit too much, then back it down a bit. But we try to make sure that they got the proper prescription of exercises in terms of what they should do and how long they should do it, and the proper technique, alignment, and all of those things, because all of that will make a difference whether your muscles are sore the next day.
Okay, well, information that you're sharing with us is extremely important, and I think that people should make a note of Medfit Rehab's number. Give Joanne James a call. They have a special plan that will make the money that you have to pay much less than you think, an insurance plan. And Joanne is just incredible at what she does because I know I've been, with her. She's given me some information. She's going to do the same for a friend of mine in the next short while. So, Joanne, thank you very much for joining us again. And we'll talk to you next Monday. We'll talk to Michelle tomorrow.
Definitely. Always my pleasure. You have a great weekend.
You too. Take care. Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Joanne James, founder and medical exercise specialist of Medfit Rehab, will improve your overall health through medical exercise. Contact Joanne James, 647-259-5481, Columbus Center Athletic Department, Dufferin and Lawrence, medfitrehab.com.